but I feel like if you restart it, then all like the good thoughts that I had for like starting the intro don't get used.
Do you
You know?
have good thoughts for starting?
I mean, I'm sure they're in here somewhere. If I could just like write them down.
If I could just riddle them right out of the head.
I mean, look, you managed to come up with, you know, rhymes for your crappy show.
Hey,
Your words, not mine.
only I can call it my really crappy show.
Yeah, all
Which
right,
I
all
wrote that, so that's how you know it's official.
right. Yeah, yeah. This is Jace's crappy show, TM,
No, that's not what it
but
is.
not TM because we didn't have it in the budget to trademark that. But we got shirts, so good. But hey, guys, welcome back to Tuesday Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, and Dungeons and Dragons are involved, which is how this works. That's how low the bar is. Okay, so here in Black Tower Stories, Adventures of Athoria, with the Silver Knights of the Mythal, currently traipsing their way through the Winter Court of the Feywild, spending some time around the city of Frostfell, the main settlement in the Court of Winter. Um, Back in chapter 114, last session, you guys spent some time at the Crystal Spire, tried to collect some information on your target, the crown of the Frost Giant Jarl. A quest, sort of quest-ish type thing that the Prince of Frost gave you. Um, Basically saying that there was something there that you would find useful in your journeys. You guys went out to collect some information on the Frost Giants and this location to kind of get an idea what you're dealing with, as well as any additional information you could get on Ice Crown, the Queen Mab's palace, and the vaults that lie underneath. You managed to collect some information, but nothing that was really super definitive or no smoking gun type things. But then you guys decided to depart Frostfell, confident that you guys got all the information you could get, and entered through the Frostwood, encountering a couple of Remoras. Thankfully, Izal was able to alert the party before they got swallowed whole. Battle commenced swiftly, and you were victorious, deciding to end your adventuring day on the eastern edge of the Frostwood. You guys think a couple hours or so, maybe due south of where you think you're supposed to be. So the dome goes up, I assume. And if the four of you would not mind rolling me d20s, I would appreciate that.
I do mind, but I like you, so
Too bad.
I'll do it.
Let's do that bad.
I was not prepared.
Too bad.
My number is similar to Yandre's, only different.
Mine didn't post.
Neither did mine.
12. Caleb rolled a nat 20.
Nope.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Let's see. Okay, and then what did you get, Caleb and Izal?
4.
What? I'm good at this game.
Man, you should be really lucky that we didn't get Volreds.
12.
Okay. All right, so we now move on to day 5. No, this will be your 6th day.
And on the 7th day.
There was rest.
But
Okay.
We're resting on the 6th day.
Party.
All right.
Every day.
So, what is your watch order?
I will go. I have dark vision, so I will go second. I think we all have dark vision except for Caleb,
Caleb
right?
used
You have
it.
Caleb.
Yeah,
Oh,
shut
no.
up.
He used it to cheat.
Remember?
Oh,
Yep.
he got the permanent one now.
Until he gets hit with some kind of dispel magic or anti-magic.
I'll
So it's
take
Kel-
last
Hey, there's
watch.
3 to choose from, so good luck.
I'll take last watch because if I get hit while I'm unconscious, I'm more likely to survive.
I see. All right.
Let's pass
So let's see here. Come through.
I remember back when
All
we
right.
had to split up the party based off of who had dark vision and who didn't. Because half of us didn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
All right. So the evening goes by quite peacefully. There's some times kind of in the middle there with under Yandere and Volred's watch where you guys can kind of hear the distant howling of wolves. And by the time it comes to you, Izal, you notice towards kind of the start of your watch, a blizzard starts to kind of come in, and very quickly snow begins to pile up along the edge of the dome. So much so that the snow continues to fall once your watch has completed, and for about another 2 hours afterwards. At which point the snows kind of abruptly stop, and you get this kind of soft lighting effect as it is now daytime. Not enough. There's only a couple feet of snow, so not enough to completely cover the dome, but enough for kind of as you guys are sitting, near shoulder height or something, your heads are just kind of poking out above the drifts. But the day is yours. Do with as you wish.
And we're just like, how far south from our destination? Because I know we had just exited the Frostwoods. So like, do we see the Frost Giant's tomb?
Yeah, you don't see the Frost Giant workshop. If you look due north, looks about 3 miles or so. You start to see the southernmost end of the Whispering Glaciers. And from what you uncovered at the Crystal Spire, somewhere, if you follow this eastern edge of the Frostwood, right around the area where it touches the glacier is where there should be a cave entrance to the workshop. So, assuming that information is still accurate, and granted, it's very old information, and the actual border of the woods and the glaciers themselves may have changed over time. But assuming that still holds true, an hour or two north of where you guys are currently is your destination.
All right. So with that information, waiting for everybody to prepare themselves to get ready. But once everybody's ready to go, Yandere will carve a small path out to make sure Izal can actually traverse the snow since it's about shoulder height for everybody else. And then I'll be ready to take lead whenever.
Cool. All right. So with that, Yandere, give me a survival. And then did anyone else want to do a different check?
Kelmek is going to help me with survival like he was doing last time.
Okay, I suppose that could work.
I can keep an eye out for something unless someone else wants to, and I can help them.
I want to check.
I'm glad Kelmek helped me with survival.
Yeah, I know. I saw that net one.
All right, what were you doing? Checking?
I'm feeling my Fey sense.
Ah.
Okay, so you can give me a face sense. Oh my god. Nat 20. What the
I'm
hell
really feeling
is...
that sense today, unlike last time.
And he rolled a 20 to figure out what the Fey time warp was. I mean, hold on to those 20s. Bull Red, you
Listen.
may need them.
Listen, I'm having my Raven moment where I'm having a vision, and it should direct us directly to where we need to be. Just saying.
I mean, I did roll a 29 on my survival, so I would say like between the perfect face sense and a 29 on survival, we should get there pretty quickly without hassle.
We'll see. Yeah. So, Volred, just kind of quick since you're kind of reaching out in the area. You feel you kind of tap in, feel kind of the way the magic and the fey lines are making their way through the land. And you feel kind of this shifting of energy here in the Feywild. As if to feel as though things are... You can kind of feel as though like the weather is on the verge of turning and getting colder again. You also can feel a place, you are guessing, because it seems to be an area of kind of condensed fey energy kind of towards your northwest, back like towards the Frostwood. And you also feel like a large number, you would guess like maybe 100 or so presences in a group kind of off in that direction as well.
So I have
But,
my little
yeah.
moment. I have felt the sense of the Fae.
Are we close? I don't know how that works.
Well, I felt a feeling that, the kind of feeling when you feel concentrated feelings. I felt this force that felt stronger than the other areas I felt. And it is over there. And I point to the northwest towards the Frostwood.
Yeah.
Neat.
Okay, great. Well, I mean, if you guys don't have any further questions, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Well, you didn't really give us a lot of information. You just said you had a feeling that you feel the good feeling, and then you pointed to the northwest. What kind of questions are we supposed to ask?
Really nice hair.
I guess I must ask for a more captive audience.
Okay, I guess I turn towards Volred and I just like stare. Wow me.
Well, now that I have everyone's undivided attention, we should go over there. But by the way, it felt like there was 100 or so beings of some kind over there.
Now you've got my attention.
Hey, I'm convinced. You see Andre just start walking the northwest line.
Yep. And now he's all trying to do the math, figuring out how many frost giants she can kill before she does. I wonder how close to 100 it is.
This will be fun. I got an 11 for my perceptions. Don't expect too much from me. But I could probably see something really big, really close. As long as it's not invisible.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably not going to walk into a dire bear or something.
Oh, you can see ethereal things. You can't see invisible things. Got it.
Yeah. And, I mean,
I can see a
in
ghost
the
bear.
border ethereal. Yeah.
Ghost bear.
See a ghost, a spirit bear. A spirit brother bear. Okay. So, You guys head northward, or in this case, more northwesterly, in the direction that Volred is kind of leading you. And Volred, as you walk, that sense, that connectedness you feel with the Fey area around you, doesn't really diminish, and you can kind of feel like other smaller presences kind of come in and out. And then as it goes around, you can kind of feel some energy around you getting a little thicker, even though you're still a ways off. Yandre, you kind of note that as you guys are coming, this section of the forest seems to have like these, this kind of vine-like plant that seems to climb up and stretch out, kind of covering a lot of trees. But rather than strictly plant-like, it seems to be almost clear, like crystal or ice, and seems to have these large kind of thorns or pods or something that droop below, making them look like they have all of these jagged icicles just kind of looming over y'all's head.
And to our right over here, we have Virginia creepers.
What the? What's a Virginia creeper?
It's that kind of plant that grows up the sides of walls and stuff. It's kind of like a vine, but it attaches to stuff, and then it has like the fruit-bearing vines. But that's not really fruit. It's just kind of like pollen. You ever had those in your house?
No.
Well, that's what that looks like.
Okay.
And as you guys are going, you kind of hear like a tick, and then one of the shards kind of falls off away from you guys, comes down, and you see it kind of hit the ground. And as it does, it kind of quickly bursts out like 360 degrees, spikes.
Oh.
And watch your head. Yes, see, that's the like pollen thing kind of stuff, but it's not. It here, it's ice, and it's like shards, so they like break apart. It's like a grenade.
Mm.
Am I sensing that these are like any sort of like life force, or are these just mere like plants?
They're
Just,
not. They don't have a sort of sentient life forceness. They're definitely plants. But yeah, definitely something you wouldn't want to get hit with, for sure. And I mean, Yandre can kind of sense the energy of death in the area, of perhaps some animals or such that have kind of made their way in here over time and not left.
It smells rancid in here.
So,
Is that the way we have to go?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is that the way we have to go?
Yes.
Red? So it's just straight.
Man, damn it.
DM, I said yes, just assuming that's
It's south.
I mean,
the other direction.
it's the most direct route, for sure.
is all. It's the most direct route for sure.
Okay.
I mean, as long as we're not standing under the plants, we should be okay.
Like, still, we should just move. No brakes. Caleb, no brakes.
All right.
Yandre begins to walk with his shield over his head.
Yeah, and probably
Copying
good
the
idea.
entree. Or staff.
Yeah, and there's like little pieces that you can kind of fall down on your shield, you know, from time to time. So you get like tick, 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 tick. None of them explode. It's just kind of like a generalness. Yeah, over the next couple of hours, as you guys are making your way through the forest, you kind of get through this weird icicle forest of death, and then move into sections that have kind of more hills and valleys, kind of these towering kind of spruce trees, where if not for kind of all the hills and stuff to block line of sight, you guys would actually have a really good vantage point as most of the limbs kind of in the top 10, 20 feet are either bare or broken off.
Oh no, they're bare.
And yeah, they're bare. So, and you guys can kind of also notice as you guys are getting into the later morning, the temperature does start to drop a little bit, and you can kind of see more of your breath kind of vaping and misting. But your clothes are well enough to keep you guys warm, and magic and such that you have. As you kind of see the large wall of the glacier getting ever closer to you, Volred, you start to feel as though you guys are at the border edge of that kind of large locus of Fey energy. And you feel as though it's probably just over the next kind of ridge. And you still feel the large mass of individuals kind of milling about, kind of clustered.
I'll put my hand up as to stop.
I'm in front of you.
So is
I
Caleb.
still do it.
I think we should stop. Walred's got his hand up.
Oh, you got a question?
More of a warning. Potential warning, I don't know. We're essentially on the border of where this feeling that made me feel occurred. So be on high alert. Y'all may go now.
Well, so on that, Yandere will slow his pace as he moves forward, as he's going to spend more time trying to pay attention to his surroundings as well.
Okay. So as you guys kind of cautiously make your way forward, you kind of round the kind of hillock in front of you, and you see as the section that you guys are at is kind of comes to a nice kind of flat gradient before it reaches the edge of the glacier. And the trees kind of very quickly stop. And what you see is this massive lake that seems to be frozen over mostly. This kind of dark blue water, thin sheet of ice that seems to be at least a square mile or so in size. Truly massive. But you do see bits of building that seems to be submerged in the water and kind of frozen up over time, as if something has kind of either water has kind of come in and filled it or has sunk in. It does kind of remind you when you guys had at the Crystal Spire, when you guys were talking about the Frost Giant settlement and how it was stated that it was once on the top of the glacier and then sheared off at some point. Perhaps this is where it landed, so to speak. But the presences that Volra had noticed is this massive herd of caribou-type creatures that are kind of meandering a couple 100 feet ahead of you along the kind of thin shoreline, getting drinks. Apparently stopping to enjoy a watering hole. Yep, and the forest and the glacier continue on a little bit more northward.
This lake is kind of eerie.
I don't know, it looks quite superior to many of the lakes I've seen.
Pretty great, though.
Caleb, you have any thoughts?
Any puns?
Oh, look, Ontario. It's some caribous.
That was a
I
stretch.
am typically not good with puns, but let's just hope Volred doesn't try and kill any of these.
Well, he might Michigan.
See, this is what happens when we don't have Kelmac here to make cat jokes.
So
Well,
wait, is
I would
this
love to jump in and say Hieronimo.
Well, if I want to hear any more puns from you, Alaska.
Oh, that was the worst.
That's not on the. That's not Michigan, Canada. That's Alaska. Get out of here. Shoo.
It's still fucking cold.
Yeah,
You're
get
doing-
Levon out of here.
We're doing Great Lake, Michigan, Canada puns.
Yeah.
yo, Red?
So,
So you said there was like a lot of Fae presence and stuff over here. Is that what you were talking about?
yeah,
You said there was hundreds of them. Is that about 100?
I'm not counting that.
It's hard to count. They keep moving.
But
It's
yeah, you
obviously
can
more than
guess
4.
it's probably 100, if not more.
Take him at least 5 minutes to kill them all.
Well, I didn't come here to kill elk.
It's a caribou.
What's the difference?
Generally, the size and the fur around the mane. Yeah, it's not important.
I've heard
So-
somewhere before that a group of caribou is called a loo. A caribou loo. I think there might be 151 of them.
Want some rum now?
Oh, that sounds good, but all I have is cognac.
I'll know. Round.
Did you say you said that the ice or the lake looked like it's a thin sheet? So does it look like it would be able to support any kind of weight? Are these like the caribou like on the sides? You said they're on the bay kind of spot.
Yeah, they're kind of along the shoreline, lapping up. Based on the general gradient surrounding, it looks as though this lake is probably not that deep. As far as the ice, it's hard to tell for certain, but just you living in cold climates, the kind of border section of the ice, it doesn't come all the way to the shore in some spots. And in some places it looks a little darker, a clear indication that it's relatively thin. So you get that it might be thick enough to walk farther to the center of the lake, but at least this area near the shoreline would be too thin to support any real weight.
Can we see? Are we gotta? I don't know where we're supposed exactly to go. Or we gotta go around the lake? Is there a thing we can see in the distance?
Well, isn't this what we're looking for? This is...
Oh,
No, the thing we were looking for is back towards the east. We went west.
Aren't these
We
the
used-
giants?
Well, no, those caribous.
What if the giants are under the ice?
Is all the frost giants live under ice
oh no!
and underwater?
Well, they could live under ice, but they're the water. That's not. They don't. Unless they've mixed with storm giants.
But don't stone giants just sink?
They can breathe underwater.
Well, that's
that's
convenient.
not what this is. Is this the direction we were supposed to be going? Because that would mean it's under the ice, right?
No.
So did we just go the wrong way?
Why did y'all listen to me then?
Because we didn't listen to you before and it caused us problems. So I wanted to listen to you this time and see what we got and experienced. And you said there was like hundreds of things over here, so I figured we could kill them. But I don't want to kill caribou.
I
But-
feel very validated, and I will remember this for hopefully as long as I can.
Cool.
Yandre,
Yes.
I never remember.
as you guys are bickering about this over in the brush, you kind of are glancing off and notice a couple of the caribou-like creatures kind of pop up from out of view. These appear much larger than their surrounding brethren. These would be like huge creatures. and they all just kind of turn over and start looking off in your direction, as if they've sensed you.
Oh, I think we piqued some of their interest.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, if you're planning on hunting them for food or meat or something, then we probably need to do something about it now. But they're a little ways off. But they're looking over here, especially that big buck over there. I like point specifically to one of the larger or the huge creature, and I'm just like, he's looking directly at us. Now I don't know if he knows exactly where we are, but he knows there's at least a disturbance here.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't stand much chance against Volred, so.
I mean, well, I don't know how fast they run here, but I mean, Volred could pick them off for quite. How far away do they look?
They kind of start coming into distance at about 100 feet, and then or about 150 feet, and then they just continue on for another 150, 200 feet after that, kind of spread out.
So within Volred range.
Oh yeah, within bull red range, but you know.
Just slightly.
So I mean, are we gonna stay here? Or are we gonna go back? Like, I don't know what you want to do here.
As you guys are having this conversation, the reindeer that you guys were kind of pointing out, I mean reindeer, caribou, same creatures, kind of starts padding towards you. And two other of the kind of large caribou creatures are kind of walking behind him, but at his side.
Let's see what happens if we allow them to come here.
Well, I mean, can you talk to it?
I don't know, but, with that potion I consumed from what's-his-face, that back alley wizard, magician, chemist, Ben?
Ben.
Is it Ben?
It's Ben.
Yeah, Ben. I have a sense of animals. That doesn't mean communication will be 100% success, but I could try.
Well, yeah, before they get here, though, can you sense whether or not they're hostile?
You can roll a face sense. Anyone else who wants to roll a nature check for that may do so.
I will.
Okay, and that works out because their physiology is similar to ADAC. What?
14.
Hold on,
But also, could that not be animal handling, which I have advantage on?
We'll get there. So as you guys are kind of going, your nature check, you don't know anything about the specific rituals or mannerisms of this creature, but it does not appear threatened. You can tell by its leisurely pace, the fact that it doesn't stare at you guys, that it kind of is allowing itself to blink. It does not seem to register you guys as a threat.
Okay.
And also more importantly, none of the other animals in the herd seem to be reacting nervously. But there's something odd here, Volred. You can sense Fey energy from these creatures, but particularly in these giant reindeer creatures. There's more energy with them, and you almost can kind of feel the Fey energies moving inside of them. The energy feels more akin to an individual than just an animal. Especially as they get closer to you, you feel there's definitely a difference between them and these bigger reindeer creatures and their smaller kin.
I will note that to the party.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we should always register Volred as a threat. He's a threatening kind of guy. But yes, as they kind of draw closer, the two kind of large reindeer that were flanking kind of stop, and then the one in the front continues on a little bit, pausing still about 50 or 60 feet away from you. And he's got this kind of beautiful, kind of really light gray fur with this kind of white head that continues down the chest and the belly, and these large antlers. And the section underneath, like his jaw, kind of goes down, like almost kind of like Billy Goat, kind of rough style. And it's a little shaggier, and you can see bits of what look like maybe moss or some kind of plant matter that is growing on some of his skin. But as he kind of comes forth, he takes this real kind of these dark brown, almost kind of black hooves, and just kind of stamps them on the ground a couple times, and then just looks at your group.
I think he's waiting for us to come and talk.
I will slowly, approach.
I'll be next to him.
Bring him up
I'll
the rear.
say hello.
I'll be beside his all.
Don't make any Donner Party jokes.
Oh, but if he's a dancer
More of a
Wait,
prancer.
we're gonna party?
or prancer, or maybe it's a vixen. You never know.
There was that other
Do you think they
lake
drink
with
cognac?
comets.
No, that was Cupid.
What if they blitz us?
But Donner,
Your nose is a little red.
He's cold.
Anyway, so as you guys approach, this creature is kind of looking at you somewhat intelligently, kind of looking between each of you, focusing a little bit more on Volred since he's in the front, kind of staring you down a little bit. And then he just is kind of, shaking, kind of,
Bless you.
I think this is the opportunity that if anybody can talk to the animals, this is what that is.
I'm going to attempt to talk to them.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Hello, dear friend. I hope you can understand me. We come in peace.
And he kind of reaches out and tamps his foot once on the ground.
Well, if you understand me, tap your foot again.
And he slams his foot into the ground.
Ah, well, you can understand me, but unfortunately, I may not be able to understand your language. So, I'll continue to ask questions in terms of tapping. Is that okay? Tap once.
One tap.
Yeah, one for yes and two for no. That's
One for yes and two for no.
Well,
Easy, and just go.
Perfect.
A good
See?
nod? Just have it nod.
A nod will work as well.
I could try something. Let's see if we might be able to understand this language.
Oh, what would that be, Caleb?
I have a spell called Comprehend Languages.
What?
well. That's why I asked you. But I just said, if you could.
Just cast a spell.
Usually it doesn't work with beasts, but this might be a different.
Caribou.
A spell on us or a spell on them?
On me.
Oh, okay.
I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Yeah, it's
See if-
like having a translator affixed to your ear. It translates very directly with no nuance. But you cast that on yourself. Okay. As that happens, you hear one of the little reindeer in the back. The kind of grunting sounds kind of warbles and go, "What is he doing?" And the one in the front is like, Hush!
Caleb did.
Well, that worked.
So you can hear him now?
Yes.
Okay, well, you go up from the front then.
He kind of starts looking at you. Can you understand me?
Yes, I can.
And then the two in the back are like, whoa, a human speaks our language.
And I'm just gonna look over at Caleb and look back and be like, I will allow him to communicate because he understands what you're saying.
And then Richard kind of looks back. Huh. So, what are you doing here?
Well, we were in search of some dangerous beings on this path, and then we found you. Quite unexpected.
Dangerous beings. You mean like the wolves? They don't come near our group. We're too large for them.
I just hear.
I'm relaying exactly what he's saying so that the entire party knows what's being said.
Oh, well, I mean, why don't you just tell them that we're looking for the tomb?
That's what I was about.
Or were you telling them we're looking for dangerous beast?
We're looking for a tomb of sorts.
Who? What is tomb? I'm not familiar with this word.
Okay, graveyard, dead place.
Yes. A place where you put your dead, but it would be inside and usually underground.
Maybe mention who it was.
Frost King Jarl.
Frost King. Does that name meaning?
I'm over here stroking my beard as if this reindeer suddenly takes us off and is like...
That would be hilarious.
I'll
Or it's
jump
just long
on.
enough to where he can hit it with his hoof.
I don't know about Barry, but I do know the tall ones. The place where they stay was up there, and he kind of looks up at the top of the glacier and then fell down here. But that was a long time ago.
You know if any of them are still up there.
Oh, yes, a great many. They don't spend their time down here in the forests anymore, but if you go that way, and he kind of looks off towards the east, where the sun comes up, there's more of them in the large white land.
Ask him if they're friendly.
Well, he can hear you and understand you.
Oh, that's
That is true. I actually speak several languages, but I only speak the one.
You understand several languages.
Yes?
Well, you said I speak several languages, but I only speak.
Yes. Is the word different in your tongue?
Yes.
I see.
Understanding is different than being able to speak.
That is true. I can certainly agree with that.
So, I will repeat this question. Are any of them friendly?
Oh. Well, they are not beasts. They are intelligent. They do hunt our kind from time to time, such as life. But that being said, what I understand of their culture, they like to solve problems through competition. So, as long as you show yourself to be strong, you can generate some form of respect with them. They're also generally willing to trade, but will most likely attack you on sight if you don't adhere to their customs.
Oh,
Are you
I
freaking
understood that.
trying? Are
You
you
go,
trying
Lingo.
to look? Okay, what is deer language in the real world? Are we talking like Icelandic or is it
Oh,
Finnish?
I was thinking like Finnish or something
Polish.
Scandinavian.
So you're trying, okay, I get it. You're trying to use your downtime to learn to speak giant reindeer.
Thanks, Duolingo. Ding ding.
We already burned that bridge.
That's what that sound was.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that one right there.
We're gonna get this
Yeah.
the sound copyright infringement.
That explains the copyright in the last one. Okay.
Uh, yes. They will likely regard you hostily if you approach them without their special thing that they do.
Do you know what they do that makes them not attack on sight? The ritual, I
Well,
guess.
It's hard to say. Some of the other of your kind who can speak my language and live out here in the forests, they tell me that the best way to approach them is to appear with some large beast or pelt or some such nature as you approach. Uh, if they look out and see you with some sort of hunt, something to demonstrate your skill, then that indicates to them that you are someone who is worth talking to. Anything less than that, and you are prey.
I'm gonna look over at Kelmac and be like, "Do you know how to play dead?"
The reindeer kind of looks over at you and goes, "He would not be big enough."
Ah,
Hey, Red,
Yes.
he says Calmac wouldn't be big enough.
I understood big. I learned that word thanks to the app.
Got it.
DM. Before we go further, because I know that technically Volred and Caleb and myself would know because this was information out of the book. But is it that we're looking for the tomb of the Frost Giant, or are we looking for the workshop of the Frost Giant? Because there were two different notes that I have. One of them says that the tomb is where giants aren't, like they're no longer there. There's no longer giants there, which would probably indicate that whatever is underwater is what we're looking for. And then there's another note that says there's a point of interest that is the workshop. But if I'm looking specifically for the crown, which one would I have remembered to be looking for?
That's an excellent question. Because yes, there are 2 points of interest associated with the Frost Giant. One is the Frost Giant settlement, which would have been up on the glacier and then fell a long time ago. And then there is a Frost Giant workshop, which is the place you're looking for. And that was said to exist under the glacier with an entrance in the wall of the glacier, kind of moon door of Moria style, somewhere along this glacier. And The crown is believed to be in the workshop because that is where the frost giant Jarl and his artisans were when
Attack them.
when
Unsuspicious
they died in non-suspicious circumstances. And so they are believed to still be there. So, yeah, tomb isn't really a word I don't think has come up with the frost giants, but it was associated with that altar that belonged to Black Crom. And since that happened in the same episode, those words may have been cross-pollinated. But yeah, there is a settlement of frost giants, a workshop of frost giants, and then the tomb of Black Crom.
About how long ago did that happen? That they got attacked?
Well, are you? We're still not talking.
Yeah, I'm not
The giant
talking
reindeer. Okay.
to the Caribbean. I'm
There
more
wasn't
asking-
anything that said specific, but from what you read, that was many centuries ago, Feywild time. That was, that yeah. So that would have been centuries and centuries and centuries ago, because that was still considered early days of the Court of Winter. Now, granted, the Court of Winter has been here basically as long as the Feywild has kind of been here. But it's only been in the last, say, couple thousand years that Mab has actually allowed some sort of order in her land. But anyway, reindeer. So the great reindeer kind of sort of. Are you seeking something in particular?
Well, I'm looking for a place called a workshop, but we were told that the entrance would be near the glacier, on the glacier, kind of depends on how you see it. But
I do not know this word workshop. What is a workshop?
where a group of people would work and get things done. It would have been closed off quite a long time ago. I'm curious.
What does this working and making look like?
You see, well, do you communicate that to us?
Yes.
You see, so this is like a whole bunch of like snowscape and everything like that. So Yandra's gonna get down and just start building like a snowman, a very crude snowman, putting something together, so that way Caleb can explain like somebody is putting things together or gathering and forming something else.
Yeah.
I do recall seeing the frost giants do such a thing, but it was not with the snow. It was with ice and stone and shiny things.
Yes. That would be what we're looking for. Do you know where the entrance is to that place?
The cave entrance. Yes, it has been some time since I've been there myself, but it's not far. And he kind of looks off a little farther north and goes, do you see where the two large mountains of ice meet? And you kind of see like two distant, like, because you're kind of on the southwestern end of one glacier, and as it rounds out to the north, it seems to meet another glacier.
Yes, I do.
Yes. There is a valley that lies between those two glaciers, or mountains of ice. It's very thin, but where those two mountains of ice meet, there is a crack, a cave, where the frost giants spent time.
Do you know how to get in? Or is it just open?
Well, it is open. Anyone can enter, but I don't recommend it.
Why is that?
Well, there are things that live in there. Monsters and shadows. Creatures that Her Majesty may have left there in order to ensure that no one went there. And that whole area, the place that lies between the two mountains of ice, there is a lot of the Queen's children, things that she has created that live in that area. She does not like it when people go there, so it is dangerous. Even I do not go there, and I am very old and very strong. I am what your kind call a questing beast.
DM, does that phrase ring anything to me?
Sounds like something you'd go off to kill for a point.
There are lots of sayings about questing beasts. Supposedly, they're partially divine animals. They're normally born as kind of good or bad omens, and hunting and killing them are meant to be trials for heroes. However, it's hard to know exactly what to do, because normally they're supposed to be killed in a particular way to meet a particular thing. So you assume then there must be some kind of legend surrounding this particular creature, such that elevates it to a higher status. You could think of it similar to like the ADAC that you guys in the Verdant Thicket.
Yeah,
Very similar kind of thing. Kind of a guardian spirit, so to speak.
Okay, so just to make sure, are we talking about who we're talking to as this sword, or?
Yes.
That's the type of thing Volred likes to murder.
Now I'm curious. Give me a moment.
Holy
I'm trying
reindeer.
to decide whether or not Caleb actually tells Red this.
Well, if you said a questing beast, because you're translating directly, I would have said my comment of that. That's the thing you'd probably have to try to kill to prove a point.
I probably would have said Questing Beast, honestly, if I was translating directly.
Before you catch yourself, like, oh, I should not tell more.
I would say Questing Beast, and then Izal would say
Questing beat.
Let that beat drop.
But yeah, so typically so typically you would hunt down an animal like this as part of a quest.
For Volred,
But you would know,
it was Tuesday.
typically it's not the kind of thing that can be done unless you're an individual on the quest.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, he could still be killed, but if he is a questing beast in a literal sense, no one but the quest taker can actually kill it. Or he can't be killed until the quest begins. You don't know. There's not a lot of lore on that.
Let's find someone with an exclamation point above their head.
So, if you don't mind, how old are you?
It's hard to tell exactly with time. But when I was young, they had just begun to lay the foundations of that large city that lies south of here. Back then, the one they call Prince of Frost was still a boy and wandering the Frostwood here. I knew him. And unfortunately, I remember him was better before he fell in love with that mortal woman.
Do you translate that?
Yes, I do.
Hey, is that the reason why he's stuck in the city now? He can't go nowhere because he fell in love with a mortal?
Yes, that is why. It was Mab's punishment.
Wait, so Mab is the reason why he can't leave Frostville?
Oh, yes. The Prince of Frost and Mab have I suppose it is called a relationship where there is both love and hate.
Tumultuous.
Yes. Though he's kind of translated. Go, the violent shaking of the ground. I don't really know that that's exactly the best way to describe it, but let us say that he is required to be loyal to Mab, but he's not. It does not please him to have to serve her.
I know how.
How is he bound?
He is bound by an oath of fealty, sworn
Bound.
upon one stone that lies deep in Icecrown.
Is there a way to break such an oath?
Not unless you destroy Mab's throne.
Do you know of a way to destroy it?
Queen Mab's throne is as old as Mab is. It is a central locust. Her throne is the realm of winter. I suppose you would have to be mad to attempt it. You're much better off attempting to bargain with her to release Prince Frost of his curse. But even still, I believe only one of the Fey Royals could achieve such a task. And you are not one.
That's something that we're gonna have to come back for another day. We don't have the time or the power to really do it.
On its own, I suppose at one point in time Oberon could have done it. Perhaps even the Sovereign. Titania, she might be powerful enough. But Mab would never allow her armies to penetrate so deeply into winter to permit such a thing.
Wait, so you're saying that Mab is stronger than Queen Titania?
They are sisters. They rival each other in powers. They are like fire and water, heat and cold.
Well, fire and ice.
Yes, actually, that's a very astute. You're very smart. Then there are the lesser royals, such as Oberon and the Sovereign. I never knew the Sovereign. But still.
Are you powerful enough to do it?
Me? No. I may technically be an Archfey, but I'm not powerful enough to do such a thing. I'm not even necessarily the only of my kind, and he kind of gestures back over to the two behind him. They have power similar to mine, but they are not questing beasts. So, in that sense, I'm not really anything special. I've just lived a really long time.
Yeah,
I don't understand. What is your friend doing? He
he's
puts
asking you
his...
to speak.
Oh. Is that a common gesture amongst your kind?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, Yandere?
So, um, we have to bring a pelt to the giant in order for them to talk to us, right? Do you?
Or the
Is that
carcass of some large animal worth hunting, such as the ice worms that live underground, or perhaps one of the giant frost wolves, but the matron, not the regular ones. Or perhaps if you brought them the head of another frost giant. Actually, don't do that, because they might take that the wrong way.
so like those Rimaraz
Remember,
things that we killed back a little ways? Should we go back and get one of those and take it with us just in case?
I think we should.
they might not be there though.
Why not?
They generate heat, and they weren't moving, so they probably attracted something else.
Those things
It's
that
possible the trees could have eaten them.
Hmm.
Wait, your trees eat worms here?
Well, the trees, every once in a while, if you meet one of the living trees, then yes, they will eat anything if it's on the ground.
Oh wow, our trees just eat birds. They don't really do the worm things like the Rimaraz.
our things don't even do that.
What's a tree?
Kind of looks over.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
It's a
Oh. You're...
You're too kind to laugh at such a bad joke.
No, I'm just honestly not the smartest creature, so I found that funny. Plus, the individuals in my herd, they're just regular reindeer. They can't really speak to me the same way you guys do. Except for my fellow greater reindeer. They can speak just fine.
How does something like you three come about, or are now born with this sentence?
It's hard to say. There's probably one of us born every couple centuries. We live long lives, but we also get hunted from time to time. That's why we stay so far north here. When we travel south, we're often the target of many hunters. And it's becoming harder and harder these days. Now that the temperature has warmed up a little bit, the herd is growing awfully large, and it's becoming harder and harder to keep them safe.
Global warming, huh?
Well, from my understanding, we are aligned with Titania's realm, the prime material, so I guess.
Well, I appreciate you giving us this information that you have. It's been a great help. I'm going to look back at the others. Anybody else have anything what they want to add?
I'm good.
Did we ask him if they seen the hat of the frost giant? Because that's really what we're looking for.
Ask them yourself.
Did you see the hat that the important frost giant's been wearing? Because if you know where that is, we could just bypass everything else.
The hat.
Like your horns, but they take them off.
Ah. Well, most of the frost giants have them. They have horns or antlers. Of course, and again, I'm making a gesture as if he can throw his hooves over the top like that. He's like, or antlers. And some of them are shinies. The big one, who is their alpha, he had one that was made of all kinds of shinies, shiny rocks.
That one.
You know what that is?
Well, I suppose it would be with him. He was there. He was one of the giant folk that were killed.
Okay. Just in case someone had come and taken it, I figured might as well ask.
I would feel very sorry for whoever did that. If
Well,
Her Majesty knew that someone was inside, she would not take that too kindly.
the beasts that are there, do they report directly to the queen, or do they have to go back? Like, are they
I do
able
not know.
to?
The creatures that live in there, I've only seen them from parts of time. It is like themselves after they are dead but move. And then there is also creatures that move like black smoke. And sometimes you can hear screaming and growling, but we don't go anywhere near.
Can't say that I blame you. Well, I think we must be on our way. Get ready to feel bad for us. We're about to go that direction.
Well, good luck. I think you are going to need it. And hopefully you do not die in there and become shadow creatures yourselves. That would not be good. But if it does happen, then I will not be able to do anything to help you, because you will be dead.
Mm.
We will do our best to try and survive. Again, thank you for your information.
Of course. Now, the herd will likely be done drinking here soon, and we will continue on. So we may not be here when you get back. But good luck, and perhaps we will see each other again. The Frostwood is getting smaller and smaller every year, it seems, and we are large in number, so we are kind of hard to miss.
If we see each other, I will reach out to you again.
Of course. And hopefully you don't kill any of us, because that would not be very nice considering all the help I just gave you.
All right.
I will ensure that doesn't happen.
I don't know why any of you looked at me.
And I like whisper. I like turn back to Volred and whisper. I was like, "Hey, so even Reggie has told me that there's a couple of stories of you just going off and kind of going a little ham on the wildlife out in the prime material, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this kind of sounds right up your alley. And then I did recently buy you that bow that makes you more effective against some of these things like that. So I looked at you from like just kind of like an educated guess that you might be the first one to pop off, you know?
Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but Reggie's a raging alcoholic, and you should really not trust what he says all the time.
And it's all you see this. Reggie just kind of like,
Oh, look.
yeah, kind of not necessarily clutches his pearls, but he puts his hand on his chest and is like looking at Volred, and then you see like Reggie like mouthing something into like Sal's ear. Oh, No, I'm not gonna say that. So Reggie would like to have a couple of words with you the next time that he's in front. Just so you know, he can hear everything that you're saying. And I don't think you want to continue down that path, even though he's not a raging alcoholic. He does rage a lot and has a lot to say. So let's not call him something outside of his name. That's what you want me to say, right? Don't keep my name out your mouth, is what he said. Oh, okay, that.
If Reggie could have followed those same rules, then he wouldn't have had to take this punishment. I'll look over in the general direction where he's looking and just be like, ooh.
Reggie, so is all you see Reggie just kind of swarming around both Yandre and Volred, and he's just circling, and like he obviously can't do anything, but you could tell there's a couple of like slap passes trying to hit Volred, and it just doesn't work. His helping isn't helping right now.
I didn't know elves had that kind of word.
And like Volred, all you see is like Sal looking around and just like, yeah, pissed him off now.
Next time you tell them to help Red, he's like, no.
Yeah, there goes all your advantage.
Hey, Sal, isn't your sword kind of like what to murder Archfey?
Well, I was trying to keep it under wraps. If you're gonna say it out loud and
I
stuff.
think your sword knows. It's been vibrating.
Very subtle. The sword's just like
Like a beehive.
Oh, I thought that was just like a notification or something. Like, you know,
Check your messages. It's from your sword.
It's a lot of messages.
on mute.
It's from Starkiller.
Do not stare by.
We should really go. This is not going to get better.
If you have your sword on Do Not Disturb, like, do you have to, like, and you try to, like, unsheath it, like, do you have to hit a couple buttons before you can try to battle?
Swipe a bunch to clear out the messages.
No, I think it'll be more like passive aggressive, where like it'll be like Alexa and just start like ordering things on your account to just be delivered. It's like, who needs a 3-year supply of toilet paper? Why did you buy cat litter? You charged up my credit card, asshole. It's like, well, you should charge up my body with souls.
We should go. I raised my hand.
Yes, he's all.
I was looking at the caribou. Do you have a name that like you go by, but not like the Fey way of saying names?
Yes. My people here simply call me Frosthoof. But my given name is Thranduil.
They're both cool names.
Thranduil and what?
The herd calls him Frosthoof, but his name is Thranduil.
You're gonna have to put that in the chat. I'm not gonna remember that.
It's time for a game of how do you spell it?
Thranduil?
Thranduil.
Thranduil is literally the same as the King of the Woodland Realm.
Ooh, we got 2 L's in there. Who knows? Come on, Eric. Tell us if we're right.
He's always right.
Yeah! Woo!
You had already typed it, and I was like, I wanted that one. But I was like, dang.
I was thinking
It's already gone.
NyQuil, but Thrand.
I hope you're taking these down for like a Jason with Jace. So one of these days, we're just gonna have a large game of like,
I'm
how
going
do
to
you
go through
spell?
all the episodes to find this dumb shit.
No, because we
He's
were
all
down.
or Jace actually tried to mess with me at the end of last campaign, and he just started going like, all these people, and he starts going through like his notes and starts mentioning NPCs. We have no idea who this is. And I just went through and tell him, it's like everyone. It's like, we met this guy one time. He goes, yep, you met him in the lift in Care Angarth, traveling potion salesman. He was there for all of 5 minutes, and then you never saw him again.
But he had a name.
Yeah, Pithuk.
And
the
you
way.
kept sending everybody messages.
Gotta see how they're doing. Thank you, Thranduil. It's big help. Stay safe.
It's like Thranduil. The way it's spelled. Just saying.
We should go.
So let's head towards the valley.
Okay.
So back to the east, like northeast, right?
This area would be slightly just more due north of where you guys are at.
So not back towards the. So the
Nope.
entrance to the workshop is. Okay, I just want to make sure I have this correct because I still don't have a map. The entrance to the workshop that we supposedly know is in the valley, or is it to the east along the side of the glacier? Because I want to make sure I'm not getting confused on those.
Yes. So it's like due north of where you guys are at the moment, but it is along the glacier, the western end of that glacier, where that glacier and the other glacier west of you meet.
Go ahead and continue.
Let's hoof it then.
Hoof it.
I'm just gonna try and see if I can. You guys, not at all. But,
Who's leading the way this time?
I mean, I'll still lead, but I just. Yep. Caleb, remember where we're going. I will lead.
Yeah. That way.
Hey, part of a map. Look at that.
a little bit. Yeah. So you guys would be kind of in the. You see that section of the Frostwood where you have that. Well, the two glaciers meet. It's kind of like right in the middle of the image.
Yep.
You guys would be in the southern part of that hex, and you guys need to head north where those two glaciers meet.
Where did we come from? Because, like.
Here we go.
Yeah, when you guys woke up, you guys would have been on the eastern side of the Frostwood, near that southern tip of that glacier.
Okay.
Just the
So now where you're probably correct is you were assumed, and it was kind of told to you, that it would probably be along that eastern side of that glacier, but you're now learning it's on that western side.
It was on the eastern side of the other glacier, western side of where we were.
Yes. Yeah. So it is the opposite direction of where you think it is, but again, remember the forest and the glacier changes over time.
Okay.
So, but yepers. So, let's see. And you guys make some new rolls or whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point because you guys are so close and know where you're going anyway. So, okay. So you guys head kind of due north, kind of rounding the edge of the long lake, which takes you guys a little bit of time. But here towards around noon, you guys reach the section where the two glaciers meet into this very narrow fjord. But there, you find carved into a section of the rock what looks like layers and layers of snow that have kind of attached themselves to the side of the glacier, looking very unnatural where you guys are at presently. And as you guys get kind of closer, it looks as though there was some carvings that may have been out of the ice at one point, and snow and sleet has just kind of gone in and adhered themselves and kind of blocked all of that out. But you do see, kind of between these two large piles of snow-covered scree, this large, like 20-foot by 30-foot tall opening in the side of the glacier. There's no light towards the inside, and you see this kind of thick tendrils of mist that just kind of roll out of the darkness within. And somehow, being here, it feels even colder than the surrounding area. And Yandere, the essence of death hangs on this place.
Oh God, this smells horrible.
What's wrong?
It stinks. Like really bad, like nauseating.
I don't get anything.
Yeah.
Was this one of those dead things?
Yeah, it smells like death. Like really bad death. Like fresh death. Like worse than Volred when I first met him.
Huh? I'm sorry. Were you talking about me?
Almost silly.
It smelled horrible when we first met. Like death. Look, you died. I mean, you did tell us you died.
Well, where I in Italy, we would say, never smelt it, dealt it.
I mean, I kill people. Like that's a thing, but I didn't kill you. You were dead.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I'm trying to attune to my face sense.
Are you trying to annoy all four of us, or are you just trying like what's the intention here?
Who's left? I can't remember.
Yandere?
Well, Celeste and Yandere.
Oh, Yandere will be fine. I'll insult him to his face later.
So the answer is yes.
No. You were the one who brought up my gross smell. How am I supposed to react to that?
I said it smells worse than when I first met you. I didn't say you smell bad now.
I still feel that was a veiled insult, but if you're telling me it's not, I apologize for my behavior.
Hey, it wasn't an insult, but if you keep it up, you're gonna smell bad again.
That's funny. You're saying you'd kill me. Okay. You're a funny one. Okay.
I'm a lot funnier up close.
Is that an invitation?
Hey everyone! We're potentially about to go into a spot where we need to be on our P's and Q's and not die. So if we could bicker on like the prime material and not where we could freeze to death, that'd be great for right now. So just can we put a pin in this one? I'm normally fine with this.
I'll agree, but just to be sure, are you not wearing your cold weather clothes?
No, I'm talking about we're going to go to a place where giants could freeze us to death. So we should really focus on what we're doing. I'm going to take the silence as a maybe.
I'm here.
Keep going.
Do you guys enter in the death essence filled complex beneath the glacier?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I actually think right now would be the best time to take a break. Otherwise, it could be a little while.
Initiative rules.
What? No, we don't take breaks here.
Yeah. So I guess I will see you guys in 15.
Break time.
See you
Break
in
time.
30.
Okay.
Transition. Murder love. You want.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, hey.
boom,
Hey,
boom,
guys.
Boom, boom.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. We're still down. Come back. Okay. So, you guys have decided to enter in this large opening, which you believe leads into the Frost Giant workshop. As you
Stealth.
make stealthily, well then go ahead and give me some stealth rolls.
Creep in here slowly.
All right.
15.
Who knows? Maybe it'll help. 17.
Hey, a 10. I thought it was a 1.
Yay, Caleb.
Yeah, we just maybe 100. But
Just
Yeah.
immediately.
Andre has a good stealth though.
Immediately just ask for stealth rolls and stuff. That way.
Shabloom.
You want to roll for him?
I just did.
For Yandere?
Yeah.
Says he got an 18.
Oh, Harry's gonna be pissed.
That's low for him.
Well, I let D&D Beyond do the rolling and not me. So, yeah. That's what he gets for having advantage and disadvantage at the same time.
Yeah, you got a plus 10. That's not too
Where's the advantage?
He gets
So-
advantage for something, but
boots.
has disadvantage because of his armor.
Oh, yeah.
bad. Wait a minute. I bought those boots, didn't I?
I'm going
So I
to
have
take
advantage.
Yandre's stealth roll.
If you have advantage, it will say advantage next to your little stealth thing.
Well, I had them on.
Oh, but I don't think it'll automatically roll advantage for you.
Oh, no,
think
like,
you
because
have
I
to-
bought them. I remember buying them. Boots of Elvenkind?
I don't think you guys bought them. I think you guys got them in the Feywild of Autumn.
Well, no, I said I wanted to buy them. Oh, well, I wanted to buy this set because he got another set and asked how much it was. At least I think I remember saying.
Pretty sure
it, 'cause
Yandere
I asked-
stole
do you-
his.
Do you have boots in your inventory?
No, but I did, and I don't remember taking them off.
Do the boots have the fur?
It's cold. They better.
That is
The
the
whole
boots
club
of
is
winter
looking at
striding.
her.
I remember saying I wanted to buy them because he was asking for an extra set.
Biden?
I don't know. I'd have to go back.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it what it is, and whenever he gets back, I'll ask him.
Yeah,
Um,
ask him because I would think that if you did that, you would have kept it in your inventory and not removed.
I don't know
them.
if I ever added it to my inventory. I
Uh,
thought I did. I don't remember. Because I know I did
Yeah.
it whenever we did that stealth mission. And I
yeah,
buy
that might be your problem. But you had a question, Volred?
Oh no, I was going to say I rolled for Yandere. He will be a moment to return. So I rolled, which was a 17.
Well, I rolled an 18 for him, so we're gonna
Oh,
use
well,
that.
18. Okay. Perfect.
So we're gonna use the better one.
I was hoping you were going to roll higher.
Thank you for just doing that without telling literally anyone.
We talked about
I
it. We were saying
did.
It on the stream.
Yes, they were laughing at me because I said I rolled an 18, and then he said, "Oh man, so you rolled an 8. Yandra's gonna be pissed," and then we had a whole other conversation.
Oh, wait, I
Um,
thought you just said you rolled Yandere an 18. That's literally what it just sounded like you said right now. I rolled
yeah.
him an 18. So did you roll Yandere an 18, or are we trying to beat an 18?
I clicked the button for stealth on D&D
he rolled
Beyond
one.
for Yandra's character sheet, and the result was an 18.
Thank you.
And we're going to use that result because it's better than your result. So,
you literally
Okey-doke.
say that when I was on here? I was just
Yeah.
not paying attention.
Yes, he
Oh,
was sitting there.
okay. I literally hit my push
It's
to talk
okay.
and said I will roll for Yandere.
Oh,
Well, thanks for not listening to me.
I think we were all talking when you said it.
yeah.
That sounds
Well,
about
in
right.
either case, Yandere rolled really well. So,
You did okay.
yeah. So you guys kind of sneaky, uh, and you guys head into this glacier. Despite the walls being made of ice, with a glacier this thick, there really isn't any light that gets to penetrate this far down. And so as you guys get about 60, 70, 80 feet in, it's pitch black. But with your dark vision, you guys kind of start to see a section in front of you where the walls change slightly, and it looks as though you come through this kind of large arched entryway that rapidly opens up into a much larger chamber.
Mm.
This looks ominous.
Okay. As you speak, your words echo out, portraying the vastness of the space beyond.
With that, Caleb will not speak again
Ever.
and keep going. Following.
Where are we going?
In.
Okay.
And so, as you guys kind of head in, what's your marching order?
I will be second.
Your question is who's leading the way? I can't.
I will.
Okay. I'll go third.
John 3 at 3.
Or Yandere Kelmac.
Okay. The Andre Cup. All right. Volred. As you pass through this arch opening and kind of see, your vision opens wide, and from what you can tell of the blob shapes from your dark vision, as there's no light, it kind of reaches out for about 40, 50 feet on either side, showing you a room that seems to be about 60, 70, 80 feet wide, you would guess, and continues far beyond the range of your dark vision. It looks as though this section is kind of roughly 2 levels, with one kind of recessed level that's about 10 foot down and kind of opens up to like some gallery catwalks to the left and right that are elevated above you. And you can see probably about 30 feet ahead of you, there's these 2 large pillars that rise up into the darkness towards the roof, which you can just kind of see at the edge of your dark vision. The floor itself is made of this kind of really nice. Yes.
Okay, sorry. It cut out on my audio. You said there's 2 large what?
Pillars, like
Okay.
columns, to hold up the roof.
Gotcha. I did. Audio cut out.
And and so there's 2 large columns that kind of raise up towards this kind of Gothic arch domed ceiling. The motif here, the ground seems to be made. It feels, and as you kind of walk on a little bit, it feels like solid stone, but it looks like a densely packed ice that is almost kind of white with a slight kind of blue marbling to it. And that is accented with some other kind of bluish type ice to make some kind of designs in the floor. All in all, quite nice looking. Um, and you can kind of see at the edge of your vision what looks like some scattered remains of large creatures, perhaps frost giants. Um, you see one kind of off to a staircase that goes up to your left, just past the pillars. But I mean, that's all you guys can see at this point.
Okay.
Good
I
question
keep going.
for Sean. Now that you're back.
I'm just following Glory.
Did we actually buy this pair of boots of elven kind from that guy? Okay, so we did. Because I never added it to my inventory. I didn't know if we actually.
I tossed them back at you.
Okay.
We essentially walked out of there, and I just kind of tossed money at the guy and said, "Here you go."
Okay.
You should have a pair of boots of Elvenkind. If you don't, then Kelmac does. It was one of the two. I'm pretty sure it was you, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Kelmac
I'm
doesn't
pretty
have
sure it was me.
enchanted, so it wouldn't be him.
I'm pretty sure it's you. So we'll just assume it's you, because he probably doesn't even have it on his character sheet either.
Yes. Anyways.
Just to confirm, we did make it into like the entrance.
Yes, I was just describing the entry hall. Most thing is to say it's wide, very long, goes beyond your dark vision. 2 tiers off to your left and right, kind of gallery ways. They're 10 feet above you. On your level, they're about 30 feet ahead. There's 2 pillars that raise up to the ceiling, and just beyond those is a staircase which rises up to the gallery on your left. But that's all you guys can see within range. And the area in here is surprisingly warmer than you would have thought, perhaps the insulating properties of the ice.
Going to lean over to Red. Are you getting any slips of the-
Can't anything you just said.
I'm going to lean over to Red and ask him if he has any sense of any beings being around here.
Ting. This whole place is saturated with a fair bit of Fey energy. Feels cold. And you do sense a number of energies that are just kind of woven together, but nothing concrete.
DM, I'll use Eyes of the Grave once I hear Caleb ask Red to do that.
Cool. And that's a 60 foot?
Yeah, just 60. I'm going to try to get myself closer to like the middle of the room and then use it. But
like closer to the pillars, maybe?
Yeah.
Or okay. And they rolled stealth when you guys came in, and I rolled an 1840.
Okay, thank you.
I rolled a 17 for you.
So he chose the 18.
I wasn't paying attention, apparently.
Cool. Eyes of the Grave, as you allow the sort of energy to fill your eyes, and you guys can kind of see where the outline of Yandere, the section where his eyes would be, just boom, this kind of blue-green color. And as your eyes kind of dart around, you see kind of off to the left, near the top of that set of stairs, one of that pile of bone corpse does appear to have some kind of energy tracing through it. And you see also dead ahead, kind of now at the edge of your dark vision, there's what looks like might be another mass of a corpse that you can see some energy tracing through that as well.
I'll look to everyone and just be like, so there's definitely undead here. That pile over there, and then that pile of bones over there. We want to be careful. I don't know what triggers them, but I would imagine there's probably something there.
Cool.
If you will be careful. Question is, do we want to try and sneak past them and eventually make it through unscathed? Or do you want to get rid of them now instead of them potentially getting us later on?
The only problem is if there's some undead energy here, they're probably everywhere else. I don't want to be trying to leave this spot and then having to be chased by a whole bunch. But if we attack something now and try to deal with it now, it might spark the attention of the other ones. I'm all for bashing heads. I just would like to know how many heads I gotta bash.
I would preferably want to take them out now and take them out when they'll fight 10 others. What do y'all think?
Well, we fight
So how far? Sorry, go ahead.
we fight him now, we're going to draw attention of anything else here.
Yes, but we're at the entrance. Things are going to come from that direction.
And things move very quickly when they want to get from place to place.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm down for either option. That's the one
I say we attempt
I mean,
it
it's
not
hard to
do it.
tell because you guys don't have a lot of visibility. But as far as you guys can tell, just make sure you're aware. There's really only two pathways you can kind of see, and that is the staircase that kind of goes off to the left, and another is dead ahead. And it looks like either way you go, there's a skeleton there. So it's possible that you might not be able to circumvent it easily.
Well, maybe we can try to proceed. But if we must fight, we must fight.
Do I have full vantage of whatever this room is? Do I need to move to another section to see if there's any other bones lying around? Is my question.
Yeah, so from where you guys are at, because you're rather somewhat central, so you're kind of standing in, as far as you can tell, it's like this rectangular room. And it seems to go off like 40 feet on either side, and then dead ahead, far past your dark vision. So this is an extremely large room. Though since you kind of move forward, it does look off to your left at the edge of your dark vision, right behind that frost giant skeleton thing that you think it is. Does appear to be an archway that leads into another room. And then, of course, there is more room farther ahead. Either direction you go, though, you're very quickly going to come into what you have identified to be some sort of undead.
Okay, so I can see at least whatever until that archway, which means whatever room we're in, I can only identify two specific piles of undead.
Yes.
Cool.
And then we would have to go through the archway in order to find another pile of
Or
bones.
continue on into the darkness beyond.
Question. If I were to attack a pile of the undead, would that kill all of them? Or would it summon like multiples per pile?
That depends on if it's important. But if it's just one single entity, it will just kill one.
So unknown.
Do I see any ghosts?
You do not see any ghosts.
All right.
What about ninth level spellbooks?
Do I see any of those?
Not that you can tell.
You'll have to
Worth a shot.
You'll have to stick
Last
with
time
the
we
two
went into
you
something like
have.
this, it happened. No, I have one ninth level spell. Yeah, there's a fifth.
So, essentially, Yandre, uh, um, hearing that he much rather take care of the issue now, is going to maneuver over to the um, pile of bones, not the one at the archway, but the one that's closer, and I think you said over to the left, and just kind of not get super close to it, but would be prepared to start if we need it.
Okay.
Question.
Uh,
Go ahead.
no, you have a clarifying question?
Two sets of like, entities that we see. Do we see a
Mhm.
clear body or just
You see a mass of stuff that seems to include bones.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, whatever that might include.
Seeing Yandre start to prepare, I will as well. Waiting
would
for
like-
somebody to act.
I want to shoot it.
I would like to rage.
Nah, fuck it.
Mhm.
I want to fire my bow all up in that mass of bones.
Which one? The one that I'm sitting next to, or the one on the other side?
I'd say the one next to you.
Okay. Are you just doing that? Because if you're going to do that, if you're giving us time to prepare, I would do something.
I'm giving you time to prepare. I like kind of pull my bow out and sort of just kind of like wave it over my head, like,
Give them,
hey,
give them the
y'all,
wild
look at
eyes a little
me.
bit.
And like, oh, look, there. Pointing.
Ah, crap. Yeah, I'm good.
Very dramatic.
I guess if you're gonna, sure.
All right. How far apart are the two piles of bone, Eric?
Let's see. From where you're standing, the one on the left, that would be, we'll say, at 10 o'clock is 40 feet. And then the one dead ahead, that's at 12 o'clock, we'll say is 55, 60 feet.
Okay. So I won't be able to get both of them. Seeing Volred prepare to shoot a pile of bones, which is questionable to think of the front, but Yandre will preemptively cast Spirit Guardians.
As
Okay.
the arrow goes off.
Well, no, I'm going to cast it first, and then I'm going to move over by the pile of bones.
Okay. Let's see here. When you cast Spirit Guardians, you feel the energy in the place change. There's, let me go ahead and let's put on your radius. That's a 20-foot radius, right?
15.
15. that way we got that. Yep. And then you feel the energy shift. The darkness in the room gets a little bit darker. And those energies that you saw swirling amongst the masses of skeleton, of bone and remnant start to lift, carrying pieces of the frost giant corpse with them, slowly starting to reach out in threads, wrap themselves together, making sort of mana infused muscles as the forms of these frost giants kind of raise up. Were you gonna take a pop shot?
Before we get started, I do want to let you know that I cast it at 4th level. I just want to make sure I clarify before.
Okay. And then you essentially were kind of waiting for something for where you wanted to get a pop shot off before we start rolling this.
Yes, I'm trying to get my assassinate.
Okay, then yes, you can go ahead and give that a shot.
All right, come on, big money, 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 big money, money, no whammies. 19.
You're hitting a bag of bones over here.
Let's see here. Let me move up.
You also have a third 20 that you.
What?
Said you also have a third D20 that you.
Oh, does that count on this roll too?
Anytime you have advantage.
As long as you didn't move. Yeah, anytime you have advantage.
28.
Probably.
I mean, I know that's going to hit. It's like, there we go. D&D Beyond was just taking a little while to load that stat one.
Okay, so with assassinate, that should be a crit, right?
Yes, it's automatically a critical.
Okay, so my base is 52.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you for writing that down.
It was a great idea. And then from there, do I get the sneak attack?
If you had advantage,
Yes.
so yes.
Okay.
By the way, Esau, I did go ahead and move the map, the battle ribbon over. So.
Let me get this set up then. Well, apparently I have to set that up. So 1 second. We all keep doing your math.
It should be.
Um,
It's a 29 plus the 52, right?
Yes. So that'd be 81 points.
Damn. That is a solid hit. Okay, so go ahead and roll for roll for initiative. I'm just
Is that me also counting? Was that also counting me moving into the space?
if you, yeah, we'll say you can move. Where did you want to move again?
Next.
Well, you can actually see the map now, so just kind of tell me. You can go ahead and move your character if you want.
I don't think I can unless I'm looking at the wrong spot. And we have to make an adjustment anyway.
It's a big map.
Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Okay.
We'll say that's easy enough to do with a running start.
Cool. So that I would have just moved to that area
Mhm.
once I cast Spirit Guardians because I just wanted to be in a close enough proximity to the thing.
Yep, I got you. And let's see here. As far as initiatives,
I haven't rolled yet.
Volred did not show. Is 16 correct for you, Volred?
Yes.
Okay. And then Caleb's populated as 14, is that correct?
Yeah.
And then Izal's populated as 3.
That's a 20.
Not 209, 20.
It could be.
And then what we got for Calmac?
Well, Kelmac, just to clue you back in, we've made it into the workshop of the Frost King giant. We assume so. We found 2 piles of bones that have undead properties on it, and we're choosing to take care of them now versus trying to get surprised by it later. We went closer to it. Volred took a pop shot off at one of the piles of bones. Once I cast the spell, it actually popped up. So now we're dealing with 2 frost giant undead beings. You need to roll initiative.
Welcome back. Oh, there's one up here.
10.
10. Okay, so let's go start. Here.
And DM mine was 22.
22.
Yeah, again, just make sure all this stuff gets corrected before we start because it's a pain. It looks like we're going. Damn, I rolled a freaking 1 today, dude.
You can take a nap. He's fine.
Hell yeah.
That sucks. Well, I mean, I guess these guys do actually have a negative initiative bonus, so I guess that's not really all that surprising. Yeah, Yandre, you're actually top of the initiative, and you're on deck.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then Volred will be after you. Izal.
Zal, which one are you going for?
Usually the closest, but you're there. I can probably get. Let's pull out the measuring stick real quick. Measuring stick.
Come help me out. This will be my first time really getting up close and personal.
Yeah.
All right.
And just kind of reminder, I'm not sure if Spirit Guardians sheds dim light, but right now those of you in dark vision are in dim light, and those without, this is pitch black.
So the only person who's the only person that
all
can't see.
Everyone has
And then I pull out Star Killer anyway, and that'll shed light.
Yeah, and it's a magic, so it sheds light in 5 feet.
10 feet for this one. Celestial aura.
Well,
Yeah.
5 feet less than the floor.
Okay, so we're gonna go. Go ahead and hit that save setting. Yeah, basically anything that looks like it's in blue light is dim for you guys.
All right. So with it
Keep
being
that in mind in terms of disadvantages and things like that.
cool. So I'm gonna move up here, and we're gonna take a swing with Star Killer. Another 22.
22.
Okay. So, right quick, I needed to update one
Nice.
because that's the one Volred smacked.
And then, so with that, I don't know if it's calculating all of the damage, but we're gonna find out. Does this count as like a Fey creature or a creature that has Fey ancestry?
It does not.
Okay,
It's an undead.
that's cool. So we will do. I don't know if it's gonna roll all of it, but we're gonna try. Okay, so 7. Is my boon still up, DM?
It is.
Okay, so that's going to be 15 points of damage. It'll be 7 points of slashing damage and then 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action help. We're going to say Kelmac on this one. Because Reggie is not going to help Volred right now. Actually, we're going to help Calum.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's not. Yeah, we'll do.
Doing Kelmac or who?
Calum.
Sorry, I'm trying to eat. I haven't eaten yet.
You're all good, bud.
How dare you?
All right, and then that will be it. That's my movement, my action, and my bonus action.
I just won't
Does the help action help with
hours
any action?
Attack action.
Technically, you're supposed to declare an action, and he's supposed to say, "I help you." But in this case, I believe he's just using it as to help you with the attack, which could be distraction or something like that.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna rage and get the divine energy flowing and get all the way up to here, up the stairs. And how about a Ranthier? I was like, alright, last fight was great. Let's see how this one goes. And I'm gonna recklessly attack this guy with a Ranthier.
Okay.
Let's go. It's a lot of dice. There's a 29 hit. It was
29
almost a
hits.
crit.
Barely misses.
So that's 10 plus 3 is 13. And it's an undead creature, right?
It is indeed.
So I get 15 extra damage. Woo! 10 for 13, that's 28. And it's my first strike, so I get my divine energy pumping through this one. Divine Fury does 9 more damage. So 28 plus 9 is 35. No, right? Nope. 37. That's how math works. 37 points of slashing damage.
Cool. How would you like to do this?
I don't know. How's a Ranthier like to do this?
I mean, I don't know. Ranthier's never done this. Has actually never done this at all. Actually, he's like, you're sitting here swinging. He's like, he's close. Oh, I can feel it. He's close.
As I run up the stairs, the frost giant will swing across and miss Yandere, and I'll just slide on the ice surface underneath it and cut part of the bone and making it drop down, and then the Ranthier will just go right up to the neck area and chop half of it off, which is enough to sever like the magical energy that's holding it together, and I guess it just kind of falters and falls over.
Yep. As it goes and deals the final blow, you watch as there's kind of a flash, and then the kind of silver blue energy that was making its way through suddenly gets sucked into a Ranthier. And you watch as this sort of blue-white sheen goes along the blade and then fades. And you just hear a Ranthier go, oh, that was good.
Cool. It was 35 feet, and I have, so it was 15 of my 35, so I still have, I think I have 15 or 20, I have 20 feet of movement left, so I'm going to just kind of speed slide down these steps to hopefully block off the range of this other giant that's at the other pile of bones at the other end then. And I have a second attack, but he's too far away. So I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. Volred, you're up.
Well, I'm glad that you asked. Because we know what's about to happen. Can I get an oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Ah yeah.
How's it
Not
28?
tonight, friend.
Yayo.
28 hits.
Oh, there's-
Wait, they haven't taken their action.
That one has not.
So technically.
Well,
They still
first
kept-
one was a prize.
Right, but the point is the frost giant he's attacking hasn't
Oh,
acted yet,
that's
so it's
what he's
still
saying.
assassinate.
It is.
That's the thing.
Sorry, I was attempting to talk, but I forgot I had pushed a talk on because I'm petting a dog. My bad. So,
You gotta pet that
Um,
dog.
can I pet that dog?
That is so
84
mean.
points.
Oh, shit.
Ocho cuatro.
84.
84.
Yeah. Okay. Was there something else?
I don't know, is there?
I don't know. It's your character.
Bonus action, attack. I'm kidding, I'm
Don't
kidding.
think it works that way.
I stand there.
Menacingly.
And end my turn.
Alright. Who's next?
Sorry, my earbuds were desyncing. So some of you were talking in one earbud, and some of you were talking in the other, and that was really weird. Okay. Well,
Get tripped.
all right. If that's what you've got, then I guess the frost giant you just attacked will get some action before Izal destroys him, I suppose.
There's Caleb and Kelmac still.
I was gonna say,
No, I don't have to turn.
And Yandere. That thing ain't getting to my turn, I know that.
So it's going to move up here. Let's see. And as it kind of rushes up to you, it's going to lift its axe, and its eyes are going to glow white. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. Not that I think you'll.
Delicious.
What was that, Kelmac? Constitution. That's not
It's
a good
me getting
roll.
my weird out because I've been stuck at towers all day.
I rolled a 16.
Well, you pass.
Woo!
So, yeah. All right. Let's see, and then it's going to swing its great axe at you,
Oh boy.
which
Advantage.
definitely looks like it could have, used some maintenance. And that is going to be a 26 to hit.
That hits.
I don't have multiples of these, so I guess I'll just have to handle that.
It's an axe of disintegration.
Eh. Looks like it's about to disintegrate. It needs some maintenance.
That is 18 points of slashing damage on the first hit, non-magical.
Half.
And then as it swings, it tries to whip around to bring the axe back on top of you. And that is going to be a 28 to hit.
Hits slightly harder.
For 32 points of non-magical slashing.
That's more than the last one.
That's because I rolled a lot better this
Well,
time.
don't do that.
Well, please, we both know you love it. You're a battle junkie.
Your blade's too
Still half
blunt.
damage.
Okay, so let's see.
What-
That was
what?
move. So then
I was
made 2 attacks.
insulting
That's
the axe, is what I was doing.
it.
Oh,
Calum,
I
you're
think
up.
talking about Azure Leaf.
Oh, blunt. Nice.
All right.
Take him down, Caleb. I got him right where I want him.
So I see this right here.
Yep.
I do not like that.
I mean, do you though?
So yeah. Yeah. It is. No, it's not. What I was gonna do.
What are you doing?
I was gonna do Taco City's laughter. That's 30.
I don't want to hear these things laugh.
You're going to now because you just said that. I'm going to use my hat. I'm going to firebolt the one that he's on.
You're gonna firebolt it.
Yes,
Okay.
because I have advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, you were just a little muffled on my end, so I was making sure I heard the spell correctly. Okay.
I like how you ran to one side of the pillar, like, nah, this side of the pillar.
I realized it's a little bit too far away. And
Just move.
It's easier for Kelmac to say.
that's going to be.
I think he gets the +10 move.
He does, but it's still too far away.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to get through it because it's 60 feet from where I was. So 23 to hit.
23 is a hit.
Did you roll with advantage?
Match.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm waiting for the day Eric uses something that's immune to magic.
I'll just.
I mean, I kept saying you guys could go to Demos, but no one thought that was a good idea.
What's the damage, Caleb?
That'll be 14 damage.
Okay. Host Defrost Giant. Still there, but does look like the threads holding them together are getting really thin. As he's kind of moving, he's moving more kind of ramshackle. Pieces of him are falling off.
That'll end my turn.
Okie dokie.
Don't look at these things in the eyes.
Next up
Why? What'll happen?
is
I don't know yet.
Frost Giant.
Did anyone just catch the word summon Frost Giant?
I think he said other frost giant.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, it's like
This
get
one's
closer
gonna-
to the paladin. You know?
Rush over here. And let's see. Caleb, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm
I,
afraid of
s-
that.
I said, don't look at him in the eyes.
You get
21.
+4.
It's a 25.
Okay.
See, you targeted the person standing in the paladin's aura, and you really shouldn't.
I've just targeted the paladin because he rolls worse.
I don't. Actually, I do get it.
You get it, but you just roll worse than Kilmo does.
All right. So with that, let's see. The frost giant's gonna sit there. He's gonna hold his axe. Then take a look. No. Just kind of taunt you guys. And
It's like he's trying to speak to us. I know it.
Whoa.
Kelmac, you are up.
The upper level is 10 foot.
Yep.
5, 10, 10. 20. Do you want an athletics check?
Nah, you have proficiency with athletics.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
as long as you move at least 10 feet, good enough.
yeah, I moved 10 to the wall. So running leap.
Yeah.
Let's try.
Okay. And since you moved into his threatened square, he's gonna take a pop shot at you
No?
because he read it in action. So,
What a nerd.
and that is going to be a 27 to hit
Sure.
Misses.
for 35 points of non-magical slashing.
Cool.
Cool. Please continue.
So it's just the regular whack. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
I'll just use a second level.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. And they are
Starting-
undead.
Starting 2d8 for first level, 3d8 for second level, 4d8 for
Undead.
undead, and 5d8 for
Improved divine smite.
yes. Let's do weapon damage. It'll roll my d8.
Nice.
What damage did it put? Okay, so 15 plus 48. It's like average. 17. 32.
Nice.
32.
19 radiant if it matters.
It does not.
Okay.
You almost hit it for the same amount of
It's
damage
at least as
you.
far as you can tell.
Number 2.
Go, Calmac. You got this.
33. They hit pretty hard, so I'd rather not it be standing near me. Yep. I'll throw a third level at it.
We also already used its reaction, so if you want to step away.
A lot of ass on the second one.
5d8. What?
Oh,
What? Oh my
a
god.
couple ones.
That is.
A couple
Oh
ones.
my. 11463. That is horrible.
The 5 and 6 are good. but there's a
So
1.
that's 35, right?
Yep.
I feel. Oh, wait, no. 30. Mhm.
What is it? What is the thingy?
Daunting roar.
No.
Kick to the shin.
Inspiring smite.
Huh.
So channel divinity, inspiring smite. 2d8 plus my level and tip HP. Within 30 feet. Not so much, but 16 total. I'll just give myself that because Calum's pretty
Avoidance.
buffered between everyone.
Good call.
Okay. That's my turn. I need stuff.
Yeah,
Woo!
you stuff.
I need stuff.
You hit it for
Now-
67 points of damage.
Now I'm eating mashed potatoes and shredded chicken. And broccoli.
Like broccoli.
Tastes like poo.
All right, Eric. Now bring in the
Okay.
4 other undead giants.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Hey,
whoa.
alright.
No!
There's one. Yay!
Comes
Listen, buddy.
comes around the corner.
Listen, buddy.
That unfortunately was his dash, so I don't get to attack or prepare an action. But I do need another Constitution saving throw from you
Okie dokie.
that you'll pass. 'Cause it's only DC 13.
Don't
Fine.
look at them in the eyes.
Just roll a 1.
I rolled a 6 last time. I
Yes,
rolled a
roll a
14.
1.
Okay, I'm good. 24. They got that weird milky thing going on where there's ice goop is sloshing and it glows.
I mean,
It
I know
sucks,
you like
like,
lemony Zal, but I mean, the
Getting
milky thing.
pegged by its freezing stare
Getting-
is a horrible thing to have happen. But it's save or nothing, so don't fail it.
You
This
say
is
that.
a-
Pegged, he says.
It's like you say that, but it's all that you're doing. It's the one that whenever one of us, the other people, start getting into it, that's the issue that we're going to run into.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But let's see. That was a move and a dash, and already used that ability for his turn. So he's got a whole lot of nothing. Yandre, you're up. You're on deck.
Now cast Divine Intervention.
I don't have that yet. That's next level. Next
Use
level.
it.
click.
Use it once and succeed the first time you use it and ruin Eric's game.
I used it twice. Clutch. I used it a bunch. Only worked twice.
I used it like 50 times and it worked.
It worked when it counted.
Well,
The
Two
thing
times
about
a-
divine intervention, it either is the miracle that occurs when you absolutely need it, or it succeeds for something stupid.
Or it's a wasted action when you could use it for something else.
For me, it was a miracle.
All right, DM, I'm moving there.
Okay.
And then-
Let's go, Bert.
Just, I want clarification from I guess from any of the DMs in here. Spirit Guardian says when a creature moves into the affected area, is that whenever I move and put them in the affected area, or is that only triggered whenever they start their turn? Or they physically
go, or they physically go in.
Okay, cool. So I will swing again with Starkiller.
Whack.
Yeah, you can usually tell because they need to have the opportunity to evade the attack.
What is
Boom. It was right on that 17, and then it just flicked over to the 3. But that's okay.
That sucks.
It's all right.
These things have a low AC, but not that low.
Nope, it's all good. But with that, that's a movement, an action. Don't think Caleb actually used my help action last time, so
He did. He missed.
Oh, yeah, good.
He hit, but it wasn't great.
We're gonna give the help action to Izal this time.
No, help out Kelmac.
Kelmek is out of range.
Oh, okay. But
He did that to himself.
I'm not gonna use it though. Like I'm gonna use something. Is Caleb in the range? Reggie, help Caleb.
Caleb was out of range too.
Damn you guys. I'll
I don't
take it.
use
You can help.
it very often.
You can help the Frost Giant.
No. You're the only person that's technically within range at this point.
I'll take the help. Just because I like Reggie.
And
And you don't have to recklessly attack.
I'm going to reckless, isn't it? Because I get
Just-
get help
he
on
has
this
more
one
than one-
attack. I get 2.
Yeah, she has more than one attack.
I have 3.
all right, that's it.
Okay. Izal, you're up. Volred, you're on deck.
Classic is all maneuver here. Chuck the shield
Got
down.
Izal. I just noticed you got more than double Yandre's hit points.
I have so many. And I love it when they try to hit me because that means they're not doing 60 points to someone else. Pull out the Golden Forge Battle Axe, but I'll make my first attacks. I'm going to go for the fully undamaged one because I'm pretty sure that your Spirit Guardians are going to destroy this other one.
Probably.
So I'm going to see if I can take out the second one far enough down that way you can get both of them. So Aranthier, recklessly,
Keep in mind, Volred still gets a turn too before all that mess shakes out.
he's
So
all going to move to here. And then he's also going to move to here. So she's in a nice space where she could just hit everything and have fun. And she's going to recklessly attack the fully furnished undead creature here.
Where'd they get it from Rent-A-Center?
It's like an old IKEA. Reckless. Oh, 17.
17 hits.
8, 9, 10, 11. That's 21. And I get my radiant damage on that first hit. Divine Fury. 21 plus 11, that's 32.
Okay.
To the unhurt one.
That says Aranthier. I thought you was in the Golden Forge.
Now, I pulled it out that because I'm going to do my 2 attacks with my Ranthier.
Okay.
And Golden Forge is for my bonus action.
Okay. Okay.
And Ranthier's
All
going
right.
to attack the big boy again. Let's go on, Ranthier. Let's see if we can like take it out in one shot. We'll go high, low, sweep the leg, that kind of thing. 17 again.
Which hits.
More damage this time, though. 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 13 is 27. No Divine Fury on that one. Yandre, should I try to hit the weaker one or hit a third one on the big guy?
They both look pretty hurt. You do the third one. Let's see how that works.
Third one. And Golden Forge Battle Axe attacks that one.
The same one you hit with the first 2?
Yeah. 23 to hit, and I'll do 9 points of magical slashy damage.
Okay. Still up, but looking pretty rough.
I'm good. That's it.
Okay, you guys are cleaving through these pretty well. Okay, Volred, you're up.
I'm going to go for that one.
Nice.
Okay. The monkey in the middle. That's already been softened up. You want a KS, he's all. I see where you're.
Triple
What the
29?
fuck?
What the hell?
What?
How does that even happen?
329s. What the fuck? You need to crit on a 19.
It's like,
That's
You
319.
pulled a lot of 29, 29, 29. Jackpot. Maximum damage on all dice.
Well, I mean, I'll take the 39 damage, and I don't feel the need to do anything else.
Okay, 39.
Which one did he shoot?
The one I had hit.
Yep. How would you like to do that, Volred?
I want it to explode.
Okay. You kind of go, let's point for that shiny bit in the middle. You release the arrow, it hits, there's kind of a, and then light as the bones explode and shoot out like shrapnel, one of which kind of smacks you in the face is all, and you're like, ah, damn it.
Yeah, I want Azal to get all bloody.
Yep, there's like a big part of like the frost giant's loincloth that just kind of falls on top of you, and you're like, ugh.
I don't like this.
Okay.
That's dead.
Yep, it's dead. Anything else?
No.
Volred. Okay. So next up is this other frost giant. He makes that save at the start of his turn, right?
All right, correct.
And that is what kind of save?
Wisdom.
Oh yay, -1.
Oh yay.
For a total of 5.
Yeah, he will fail that. The 4th level, so that is 32 points of radiant damage.
Okay. How would the spectral forms of T and Callan like to handle this?
So they'll flit around, and as they get around to him, they're just gonna with radiant damage, just stab right in the jugular with 2 spears, and then he'll fall over and die.
Yeah, considering the height of these things, it's like, Tia rushes like Callan goes, and she gives him like an alley-oop. He kind of gets launched into the air and thrusts into the giant, or where the jugular would be. There's kind of a flash of light, and then the neck explodes, and you see the skull with the helmet still attached kind of launch off into the darkness, hit the ground, and you hear it roll off and scatter along the ice as the rest of the body just suddenly falls to pieces on the ground. Solid.
I'm getting hit with stuff.
Yes. Well, that was at the start of its turn, so it doesn't get a turn.
Yay!
Which means, Calum, you're up.
Alrighty then.
Kick
So
its
since
ass.
there's one left, I really don't do much damage.
You
I'm
have
gonna
upgraded Firebolt.
Just gonna do a firebolt again.
I thought you were gonna use Tasha's, and I was like, please don't make this thing laugh right in front of me.
Make it fall on him.
Does a 14 hit?
14 just hits.
Woo!
I made toasted bagels.
18.
Yum.
18 points of damage.
Sir.
Okay. Gets hit with another little pew-pew fireball.
And you're behind the book.
Parts of him are starting to smolder a little more.
But that's
Okay. Let's see here. Start of the frost giant skeleton. The last remaining one's turn. Kelmac, you're on deck. Kelmac, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Contrary to popular opinion, paladins don't get proficiency with con saves. 18 though.
I actually know that. That's why I took a feat for that on my paladin on Dungeons of Dragonheim.
Same for me.
I'm just proficient.
But 18 is a pass. Okay, so pissed off to the extent a skeleton can be pissed off. It's going to swing at you. That is 19 to hit.
Sure.
And that will hit you for 24 points of non-magical slashing damage. And then he'll swing again. Ooh, no, that's a 13. That's gonna miss. So yeah. And he's just gonna roar because he doesn't like you, or really anyone. And even though it's not intelligent, you can not really that intelligent. You can see it kind of look around like it knows what happens. And as far as you can tell, is he looks like, well, shit, I've died once, so
As well do it again.
it's like,
Why
yeah,
get
how
the
bad could a second
YOLO
time be?
undead giant?
Nope.
Kelmac, how would you like to respond?
I'm going to whack. Or attempt to, anyways.
Schwack.
22.
Give it a shrimp shwam.
22.
I'll not use a spell slot. Because I do need to
Okay.
conserve them.
Yeah. You know what fresh horrors I've prepared for you.
22.
22.
How would you like to do this?
I'd like to parry the last attack from him and just kind of like parry the axe, take the wrist, come around, take the leg to make him fall, and just a clean round downstroke to take off the head. No magical explosion, just a good flourish of parry, cut, lower, down, execute.
Okay. Yep, and as you do, you keep hacking off pieces. He falls more and more to the ground so that by the time you land the finishing blow, most of his body has already collapsed and he's in his re-death throes. So that when you deliver the blow, it's less boom and more coup de grace. The light in his eyes just kind of flickers and goes,
Ooh.
Well then, that was
That's
Nicely
fine.
done, my
quite,
friend.
I need a second.
Zah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How about you, Ranthier?
I'm actually feeling quite good after that.
I know.
More of that, please.
All right, we got a whole thing of this.
Yes, I'm afraid I might enjoy that a bit too much.
No, it's a controlled environment where it's all part of the training regimen. Thanks, Reggie.
I mean, you can see Reggie like flittering around.
I smell terrible. Volra, did you have to make that thing fall on me?
What are you talking about?
I feel like you could have angled it differently.
Okay, well, maybe next time I'll miss.
Now, don't do that.
Oh, okay, so you're not going to be critical of me now.
Nope.
Pick one.
Kill it better.
Great.
With
So
fire.
no complaints.
Well, that was a great start. Got 4 of them down. Probably only 50 more to go.
we know that? Could we like? You sensed all
I'm
those
gonna
deer.
sense. I
Echolocation.
would like to sense.
It's like Aquaman for fey creatures.
No, I guess
How are
it
you
didn't work.
enjoying being back in the action? Looking over at yonder.
Oh, that was great. I mean, this sword keeps vibrating. I think it's mad that I didn't get the last hit, but it got a couple of slices in. But to be fair, I just kind of underestimated how long the sword was and missed that last one.
It happens. We're used to it.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit of practice, but I don't think we're gonna have too many problems. And I feel like we're gonna have a lot of opportunities to kill things in here. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah,
Carmack, you said you needed a minute?
No, I'm good. As you see, like any abrasions or any cuts, just like start knitting themselves together. I'm all right.
All right. And looking around, I think I'm good. Whatever. Yeah, bro.
Do these things have anything on them? It's like kick around the closest pal to me.
Bones.
Scraps of armor. I mean, they have great axes meant for giants, but the quality is so poor at this point that it's insalvageable.
Okay, just checking. Looks like we have a couple paths we can take.
There's the beaten path and the off the beaten path.
well, I feel like we're gonna have to search for whatever we're looking for anyway. So, might as well just do whatever we need to do. That other path over there with the archway was blocked by some bones, so I would imagine we probably need to go that way.
Okie
Good,
dokie.
going that way first.
DM, do I notice any like? Obviously, there's no footprints as much, but is there any like scratches or anything that would lead me to believe there was movement in one general area whenever people were alive here?
No, not really. This place is left pretty much empty for a long time. What I will say is that both you and Volred do sense energy coming off that left-hand archway into that room beyond. Even though, like, the workshop, I guess, continues on. And even off to the right-hand side, you can see a small archway that seems to kind of go off to another room. But you and Volred can still both definitely feel some kind of an energy off in the other room. Volred feels it as some kind of fey entity, and you feel it as something definitely heavily aligned with death.
Oh shit.
Well, I would imagine that if there's some undead spirits here, that the king is probably one of them. So we're probably looking for something that's gonna have a lot of power here.
So do we think that the king is what's making them undead, or is this like a curse from that Queen Mab lady?
To be honest, I don't know. But if one thing's cursed, I would imagine that the source is all the same. Queen Mab is the queen of air and darkness. So she's probably got some dark spells like capabilities and stuff, but I don't know if she's ever dipped into necromancy.
I'm ready to go.
So follow the undead spirit presence.
Yeah.
I would say the one that we can sense.
Straight down their throat.
Uh, well, I will head to wherever I feel like the death presence is, or towards that general direction.
So, as you guys make your way up to that second tier, the landing where that first skeleton was over by where you were standing, Yandere, you pass through that archway, in through a second archway leading into this massive kind of throne room. Um, it's sort of in this, I guess you consider like a pie shape, with you guys coming in the northeast corner of the room, which is the small kind of center area of the pie, and it kind of radiates the other direction. Um, you see tiers, section. What?
Nothing.
A little bit ahead of you, you see the room raise up to a platform, and then another platform, and then another platform, until about what you can see about 30 feet above you. On the far side of the room is this massive dais, and between two large pillars, you see a massive throne carved from a single block of ice. There, a massive figure, just kind of at the edge of your dark vision, it can be seen sitting upon the throne. As you guys enter the chamber, you watch as among the darkness, two little orbs of pale blue light kind of light up the darkness and begin glancing down in your direction.
I pull out my frost potion and I drink it.
Will follow suit, but as I'm seeing this figure, do I see the crown on this figure, or is that?
Let me check and see just how much we see, because this guy's absolutely massive, which is why you see him. From here, no, it's too far away to make out any real detail. It's just this massive shape. You can just barely see it standing out from the darkness beyond.
Should I drink my frost potion?
I'm drinking mine.
Drink what?
If Azal's drinking hers, I'm definitely drinking.
It's almost fun time.
Okay, you guys just start going.
Then he tries to talk to us for an hour.
I'll take the second one. I think I won't.
I don't have a second.
I'm prepared for it.
I also bought two, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Just like in case you shoot your shot too early. A second one for that.
I guess we'll. If we make our way forward, I can't think of the words, but I would like to
I don't speak giant.
formally address him with a greeting. Like, I don't know. Words are hard right now. I'm tired. Words hard.
What manner of greeting are you going to give?
A formal greeting. You
What
asked.
are
You
what are
asked
you
for
gonna do?
words.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I fix heavy as wind turbines for a
You
living.
want to
I don't know
formally address
words.
him as a king or as an individual,
As a king, I was trying to think of
subserviently
like
or equally?
monarch in a way that to your respect.
How you'd introduce yourself to a foreign dignitary in their land, essentially.
Thank you.
That's what he was trying to clarify, is what manner of speaking.
I kick open the
Or
door,
you grab-
call him a twat waffle, and I throw a brick at him.
Then shut the
He's
door.
all.
Well, that's how we do it.
I know that's how y'all do it.
Trust me, they respect it.
They respect the initiative,
Like,
That's not why
They'll
you're
punch
always
you.
at.
but they respect it.
That's not why you and Ice Giants are always fighting up in Mordoon.
all has to do with real estate. But okay.
No, it's because they're taller than she is.
All bastards.
Okay.
Back in third edition,
But,
we used to get a +2 to our AC
anyway.
against them.
So, you just introduce yourself, trying to be respectful.
You see if there is any intelligence behind the reanimation, or if it's just a colossal giant that's being reanimated to safeguard an artifact.
And I will take
That is what I
as
am
you
trying
do-
to
I will
do.
take a confident stance next to Kelmac.
Okay. As you kind of call out, there is a moment, and then kind of dissonantly all throughout the chamber, you hear a voice. Oh, the common tongue. It has been a while since one from the prime material has come to winter, and never before this place. Why have you come? Do you seek something of mother's, perhaps?
When you speak
Uh,
of
oh,
mother,
s-
do they refer to the Queen Mab? Someone should probably ask that.
Yeah. Oh, see, like, I know we've gone over it, and like, people have done the research. He is the the giant king that built the workshop and then had his kingdom, and then Mab overthrew him, and so he
Basically slaughtered his people.
okay.
I mean, officially they died under unsuspicious circumstances, but you know.
Enemy of my
Tomato,
enemy.
tomato.
They're out of season, Kelmac.
Apologies for not in the tone I'm giving, but like just like auto translate to
Loud
correct
line.
like apologies for not being able to speak your birth tongue, but we are from the prime material. Who, may I ask, is this mother?
Voice continues. Quite a dangerous thing to come in here and ask questions. Still, the mother is she who rules all of winter. Mab, queen of air and darkness. She who folded me from shadow.
Okay. William. I beseech any vestiges of the great king of giants and not the specter left behind. I'm trying to like pull, because what I'm hearing is that the resurrected like version is serving Queen Mab, so I'm trying to find at if he's being controlled, if there's any of them left.
I'm not sure what you think to find. Thread that is people are long gone. Only I remain to watch over yours. And with that, you kind of watch as there's a light kind of fill the skeletal husk of this frost giant corpse, and then you watch as that energy actually steps out of the frost giant, and you see something that looks somewhat humanoid with flowing robes and then this kind of long hair and curled horns. The light kind of dissipates a little bit and turns darker as you see standing now in front of the throne, still only barely outlined by the darkness because it is still a little kind of outside your dark vision. But now you see dark, glowing, like icy blue eyes and this very tall form with these long, thin hands. Now, answer my question. Have you come to steal something of Mother's? Surely you're not here by accident. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Mother gave me very strict orders to ensure that none who enter here leave alive. Since you've taken some of my guardians, I suppose you'll have to make fitting replacements. After all, you must be more powerful than they, yes?
No.
Just lucky. I will drink my potion of frost resistance.
Nope.
You do that before you start the conversation.
Hold on 1 second.
While he's drinking,
It's really
Caleb
cold.
will ask,
Sorry.
you ask if we are here to steal something of Mother's. What could be here to steal?
Oh, clever little creature you are. But I'm not going to answer any of your questions.
Oh, man.
And you see those eyes kind of flit around. So many of you. Not from here. Yet I sense the Fae in some other of you as well.
You got that wrong, dog. There ain't no Fae here.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
Volred, you feel the sort of tingly sensation as if this presence is kind of wrapping around you. It's odd. It feels almost kind of like what you use for your face sense, but in reverse. As if you're the one being face sensed.
Oh no!
To be violated.
I feel a feeling that is felt.
You feel felt up?
I don't.
Is that what I'm saying?
No, like I'm. What am I supposed to say? I tried to resist it.
No, I didn't know whether or not you were like letting the party know something weird is going
I'm not
on,
saying.
or
I mean, like,
It's not something you do.
since when does he ever really warn the party?
Keep
yeah,
my thoughts to myself.
I'm
You'll
going
let
to
them know
try
if
to
it actually
reject
hurts
the
them.
feeling.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a face sense yourself. Holy shit! That was
So
the
I
fucking
reject
natural
that,
20!
right?
Oh my god.
How's this working out for you?
Well,
You guys watch.
I guess I found where any of my good rolls have gone.
Like me last campaign.
Yandere, there is
Straightforward.
a moment where you actually feel like, okay, there's some kind of fey energy that's going on, and you happen to glance over and look at Volred just enough for his eyes to suddenly glow bright green for a second. And then the voice comes in. Well, it looks like someone has been imbued with the seed of the realms. Little by little, you're becoming more like us. You seem awfully powerful, too. Perhaps I'll keep you as a gift from Mother.
Hey, yo, Volred, somebody put a seed in you?
Wait.
What?
They just said that you got a seed in you. Somebody put a seed in you?
I don't know.
Said that you're becoming more and more Fey-like. Could it be the potion that you drink?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, like, does she mean that you're becoming more or less domesticated? Is that what is happening?
Well, I mean, I felt the Fey feeling for a second. It was very strong, but then I like pushed it away.
I
I
bet.
said not today.
So, like, did you get the feeling that she just said she was going to try to hurt us, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
we
okay,
should
sure.
really fight right now.
Who are you?
I think we're past that.
I don't know who this
Wow.
person is.
Well, I
Get ready
suppose
to
it
attack.
would be polite to let my would-be victims know the name of who is going to devour them.
Leroy
I
Jenkins.
have a
I
girlfriend.
believe, translated into the common tongue, my name would mean Dusk Shroud.
Mm.
I am one of the children of Mab, woven from darkness and cold.
I want to shoot this thing right now.
Okay. Well then, I guess we'd need to move to combat, but seeing as how we really only have about 30 minutes left, I think that means it's the perfect time to stop for tonight.
I do want to point out that Volred chose to shoot her while she was monologuing, so I want to make sure that we keep that on record.
Yes.
Very well.
Oh, okay.
It worked
Name
out
is
earlier.
Green Bitch.
Now, Dusk Shroud.
Same thing.
Bitch.
Okay.
Awkward
All
moment.
right, guys. Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we have Adjacent with Jace on Thursday.
That's right. 2 weeks in a row, hopefully. Assuming something doesn't happen.
Which just make sure it didn't happen.
So this Thursday at we're at 8 o'clock show.
8 p.m. Central.
Yeah, 8
Yep.
p.m. Central. We'll have another episode of Adjacent with Jace, which will not have Rab on it because he was just there, episode 70. And so
You mean someone other than me showed up?
yeah, so it'll either be, depending on availability, Andre or Caleb. And I have to check to see who's technically next, and then we just see who's available for it. Or then we might just go with Eric if he's available. But this Thursday, 8 o'clock for Jason with Jace. Your
Yes,
last chance to
and
see
then
it until the next month. Or the end of this
yes, and then next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central, we'll be back for chapter 116 of the Adventures of Athoria here in Black Towers, and then we'll see what goes on when the people decide to fight the Child of Mab.
Her name is
or at least one.
Duskshroud.
Well, it's well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really have a sex, but
Their name
God,
is
these Gen Z
Duskshroud.
names.
It's like Shadowheart.
but
It's feel edgy.
My
Yeah, no
my
thanks.
spiky cinnamon roll wife.
All right. Good night, everyone. We'll see you on Thursday at 8 and then Tuesday at 7. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your April. Good night, everybody.
good night, Fayland.
Farewell.